as promised, this year I am going to talk about a program for our physical health and fitness transformation, right? And in this video I want to talk about starting right now and starting small. I'm sure all of you would have heard the saying, start before you're ready, right? And the key to success is to start before you're ready. There is a lot of truth in this, and while I do not want the saying to be interpreted as a green flag to start doing things without spending time preparing or planning for them. That's not what I mean. But the problem with most of us, especially those of us who believe in preparing and planning and being completely ready, we are usually very particular about doing things perfectly and correctly, and as a result we never quite know for sure when we are ready, because we don't want to fail, we don't want to make mistakes. So this saying is for this kind of people, right? People who can never get started, because if they get started in something, they want to really be great at it. Remember, great can be the enemy of good. Yes, do prepare, do plan, but don't delay getting started. So the best way to get started on any physical health and fitness program is to start small. Make it easy for yourself. Let me tell you about what happened to me about 11 years ago. I was 45 years old then. This was in 2011, and I was very overweight, and I was also pre-diabetic. So being overweight did not really bother me before that, but being pre-diabetic did, because I always believed that I am a healthy person, and developing while being overweight did not bother me that much, but developing a lifestyle disease or being in a situation where I was about to succumb to a lifestyle disease was something that I could not identify with, something that I could not accept. So I really felt compelled to start a physical fitness and health program. But what made it difficult for me to start was, number one, I felt not prepared for it. In what way? I felt that I was too fat. I felt that I did not look nice in the exercise clothes, fitness clothes. I had pain in my knees and my ankles. There were so many reasons why I felt I was not prepared to start on the exercise program. So at that point of time, I came across some reading material on how to overcome the inertia against exercising, how to overcome the avoidance, the fear, the laziness, and one useful pointer that helped me get started was start now, start small, and make it easy for yourself. Okay, so I had to get started right away. I had to get started with a small thing, a small fitness program, and I had to make it easy for myself. Yeah, these are the three things. Now, How did I do that? So I realized that one of the easiest exercise that I could get started with to reverse my condition from being pre-diabetic to normal and healthy again was to start walking. And I could walk. I'm a teacher. I used to stand a lot in the classroom. I'm a trainer, and walking would not be a problem. So the easiest exercise to do was to walk. Now then I also started finding reasons why I couldn't walk. It was in my head. So the reasons I found was that I had no time. Because I'm a teacher, I started work really early in the morning, and by the time I came back, I had books to mark, and therefore I could not find the time to walk. How am I going to find half an hour to walk? So how did I overcome this? I told myself to start small. So what is the meaning of starting small here? Well, you don't have to walk for half an hour. Just walk for 15 minutes and when to do it, right? So I started bundling it, or finding a time slot, a sandwich that walking time slot between arriving home after school and having my cup of evening tea. I usually arrived home from school around 4:30 in the evening, and from there I would straight away change into my walking clothes and walk for just 15 minutes. In fact, to tell you the truth, the first week I could only manage to walk for 5 minutes. I felt tired. I needed to have my tea. But I told myself, no, I am not going to allow myself to have that cup of tea until I have walked. So to actually link that new habit to something that gives you pleasure, to precede it to something that gives you pleasure, to make another activity that is already a routine that's giving me a lot of pleasure, the reward for this new activity that I was trying to avoid, by making it small, by making it easy, I got started on this habit. In fact, like what I said, for the first week, I was only able to walk for 5 minutes. But as I did this, by the second week, I felt good. I liked walking for that 5 minutes, and I liked breaking out in a sweat, and I liked the increased agility that I felt as a result of walking for 5 minutes. And I found that by the end of the second week, I was easily and happily walking for 15 to 20 minutes, and the rest was history. By the end of a whole month, I was happily walking for 45 minutes. Here I was, not wanting to miss any opportunity to walk. In fact, even on days when I had a dinner to go out to with my husband and friends, I would find the time to walk for 45 minutes to 1 hour before I freshened up and dressed up to leave for that dinner. Such was the change. So the key is to start small, make it easy for yourself, sandwich it between routines that already exist, and if possible, bundle this difficult activity that you need to get started on with another activity that you like doing. Bundle it in a manner that this other activity that you like in my case it was enjoying that hot cup of tea, bundle it as a reward, precede this unwanted activity. And the thing about walking or any exercise for that matter is that when you get started, eventually, easily in about 2 or 3 weeks time, if you could persevere, you will find that something happens to your body due to the hormonal changes. Yes, it's the oxytocin released, yeah, or the endorphins released. You become addicted to this. Apart from that, the other trade-offs that keep you going is the quality of your skin. Oh my God, when you walk and you break out in an intense sweat, and then you cool down and you go and have that shower and you dress up to go somewhere, for example out for dinner with my husband or my friends, right? I feel so good about the way the compact powder slides on my skin. The skin is so beautiful. It has that healthy hue of rosiness, yeah, and you feel so energetic and cheerful. You laugh louder, you make better company. So this is how you get started on a physical health and fitness program. This is my own story, and if that is not enough, just to share with you, I managed to shed all of 13 kilos in a matter of 3 months during that time, when I started with just walking for 5 minutes, and then by the second week increasing it to 15 minutes and half an hour in the third week, and by the end of that month I was already walking for 45 minutes to half an hour, and within 3 months I had shed 13 kilos by just walking for 45 to 60 minutes consistently. I had shed 13 kilos. I was a whopping 80 kilos when I started walking. To be precise, in May, I actually started walking on 6th May 2011, and before my birthday on 17th August 2011, I was weighing 63 kilos, and beyond that I continued and I started with my strength training, which is basically yoga and a little bit of weightlifting. Went on to lose another 13 kilos, and now I weigh around 54 to 56 kilos at any time, and I have sustained this body weight successfully all this while. So I hope this has been inspiring for you. Start small, start now, start easy, start with something easy. Don't wait any longer. Start before you're ready.